Hello everyone. So now we are on to the lecture 4 of internal reconstruction, which is based on capital reduction, the concept what we studied in the last chapter. Let us fast revise with the entries so that you understand it. If there is refund of surplus capital, what is the entry? Share capital old face value to share capital new face value to sundry members, and then sundry members to bank. So based on that, we have question number 7. Look at it. KBC and Company Limited had on 31st March 2019 and then rupees 4 lakhs authorized capital divided into 40,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. Now all these shares were issued, so 4 lakh is authorized as well as issued capital. All these shares were issued, so 4 lakh is authorized as well as issued capital. 40,000 equity shares of 10 each is authorized as well as, we are concerned with issued, authorized is of no relevance, and fully paid. In June 2018, the company decided to, it should be 2019, make it 2019 because the balance sheet is on 31st March 2019. So after that, June 2019, make the correction. The company decided to pay off rupees 2 per share to make the shares of rupees 8 fully paid. So this is the case of return or refund of surplus capital. Okay, here we are returning 2 rupees, and from 10 rupees old face value we are making new face value 8 rupees by returning 2 rupees. So what journal entry will come? Share capital with old face value. All of you mark 10 rupees as old face value, account debit, and 8 rupees as new face value, which we'll have to credit, and 2 rupees is what we have to pay to sundry members. Now what you all can do is, for questions 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, make a common format as we did in the last lecture also. For question 3, 4, 5, 6, we made one format. Same way for questions 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all of you make one format only. Okay, pause the video and make a format, everyone. Okay, so I hope everyone is done with the format. First question number 7 we solve in that. Okay, in that first entry, for question 7, first entry, share capital with old face value, that is 10 rupees account debit. So all of you write down equity share capital with old face value, that is rupees 10 account debit, and amount 40,000 into 10, 4 lakhs. Okay, 40,000 into 10, 4 lakhs, and 2 equity share capital with new face value, that is rupees 8 account, and amount 40,000 into 8, that is 3,20,000, and then 2 sundry members account. 2 rupees is what we have to refund to the shareholders. So 40,000 into 2, 80,000. Okay, old face value 10 account debit, new face value 8 account credit, and remaining 2 rupees is what we have to refund to the shareholders. I hope everyone is clear with this. Now, being rupees 2 per share due to be returned. Okay, short and simple narrations will keep as far as possible. Being rupees 2 per share due to be returned. Now second entry for the same. Sundry members are the receiver, debit the receiver. So sundry members account debit, and amount we have to refund them is 80,000. By check or bank transfers, we will refund. Bank is the giver, credit the giver to bank account 80,000, being rupees 2 per share returned to shareholders. I hope everyone is clear with this question. Okay, so question 7 is done with this. The total of question 7 would be 4,80,000. One common format we have made, so in that we can do the total individually for all the questions. Now question number 8 is exactly similar, so all of you read it and try it on your own. Okay, and then pause the video and try it on your own, and then you can play the video and find out whether you have done it correct or not. So I repeat, pause the video, solve question 8 on your own, then play the video and verify you got it correct or not. Okay, now verified everyone. Mahatma Limited has 1 lakh shares of 10 each fully paid up. So 10 all of you should have marked as old face value. Now the company finds that it has excess cash fund of rupees 2 lakhs and resolves to refund it. Now 2 lakhs, if it returns to 1 lakh shares, then 2 lakhs divided by 1 lakh. Can I say per share it is returning rupees 2? Same like previous question. Per share it is refunding 2. So what would be the new face value if you return 2 rupees from 10 rupees? 8 rupees. Exactly similar to the previous question. I repeat, total rupees 2 lakhs is what we have to refund to 1 lakh shares. So 2 lakh divided by 1 lakh. Rupees 2 per share is what we are going to refund. From 10 rupees, if we refund 2 rupees, then 10 minus 2, what is the new face value? 8 rupees. So all of you check your answers of question 8. Okay. First entry would be equity share capital with old face value, that is rupees 10 account debit, and amount would be, now there are 1 lakh shares, so 1 lakh into 10, 10 lakhs. Okay, 1 lakh into 10, 10 lakhs. 2 equity share capital with new face value, that is rupees 8 account. After returning 2 rupees, we discussed the new face value would become rupees 8. So same 1 lakh into 8, now the amount will become 8 lakhs. And 2 rupees what we have to refund is payable to sundry members. Credit the payables. So to sundry members account, 2 rupees is payable. So 1 lakh into 2, 2 lakhs. Now narration I am not writing, it will be same as the previous question. You just need to verify your answers. Second entry, sundry members are the receiver. Debit the receiver. So sundry members account debit with 2 lakhs. And bank is the giver. Credit the giver. So to bank account credit with 2 lakhs. And 12 lakhs would be the total of 8 questions journal. I hope everyone is clear with this question. Now look at question number 9. Now before we take up with 9th question, all of you look in your summary, the point of cancellation of uncalled capital. You simply cancel the uncalled capital. So simply old face value debit and new face value credit. That's it. Okay. In the books, the amount is going to remain same. We discussed in the last lecture. But from partly paid up, now they will become fully paid up because you are cancelling the uncalled capital. So only one entry will come, old face value to new face value. Now look at this question number 9, everyone. PepsiCon Limited had on 31st December 2019 80,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, 8 per share called up, means they are partly paid up. Now, how much is final call remaining? 2 rupees. 8 per share is called up. So how much is final call remaining? 2 rupees. 10 minus 8, 2. Now in July 2019, the company decided to reduce it to rupees 8 per share fully paid up. Right now they are partly paid up because from 10, 8 is paid up. Now they'll decrease the face value from 10 to 8. So now from partly paid up, they will become fully paid up by cancelling the unpaid amount of rupees 2 per share. This final call they cancel. In future now, the shareholders don't have to pay this 2 rupees. So old face value is 10, which we have to debit. New face value is 8, which we have to credit. Okay, new face value is 8, which we have to credit. Amount will remain same, 80,000 into 8, because they are partly paid up. So paid up amount 80,000 into 8. In both the situations, it will remain 1,60,000. So in the same question, let us pass the journal entry for question number 9. First entry, equity share capital with old face value, that is rupees 10 account debit, but amount 80,000 into 8, because 8 is only called up and paid up. So amount 80,000 into 8, 6,40,000. Now 2 rupees of final call is cancelled. So 2 equity share capital with new face value rupees 8 account, and amount will remain same, 80,000 into 8, 6,40,000, being rupees 2 of final call cancelled, being rupees 2 of final call cancelled. So question 8 is done. Now question 9, question 9 is done. Now question 10, all of you look at it, try it on your own. Okay, all of you try question 10 on your own. It is exactly similar to 9, and then you can play the video and verify you got it correct or not. So pause the video and try question 10 on your own. Yes, so all of you should have done with question 10. Now look at it and check it whether you have got it correct or not. The paid up capital of Delta Limited is rupees 5 lakhs, consisting of 10,000 equity shares of 100 each. So 100 is the old face value, but 50 called up and paid up, means right now they are partly paid up. Now the company passes special resolution. We discussed it in the last lecture. Special resolution is required. 3/4 majority is required to cancel the uncalled capital. Now if 50 rupees of final call they cancel, if 50 rupees of final call they cancel, then what will be the new face value? 100 minus 50, the new face value will be rupees 50. So old face value 100 we will debit, new face value 50 we will credit, and 10,000 into 50 of final call, 5 lakh rupees will be cancelled. Now old face value and new face value, amount will remain same, 10,000 into 50, 5 lakhs. Okay, called up and paid up amount, both the places in the accounts it will remain same, 10,000 into 50, 5 lakhs. So all of you check your entries for question 10. First entry, in fact only one entry will come, equity share capital with old face value rupees 100 account debit, but amount will be the paid up amount, that is 1 lakh into 50, sorry, 10,000 into 50, 5 lakhs. 50 is called up and paid up, so amount will be 10,000 into 50, 5 lakhs. To equity share capital with new face value rupees 50 account, and amount will remain same, that is 5 lakhs, being rupees 50 of final call cancelled, being rupees 50 of final call cancelled. Okay, and total is also 5 lakhs. So I hope everyone is clear with this question and able to get it correct. Now question number 11, be attentive. A company has share capital of rupees 4 lakhs divided into equity shares of 100 each, marked as old face value, and called up and paid up is rupees 70. Now 30 rupees is uncalled, 70 is the paid up value right now. The company decides to cancel the liability of the members to the extent of rupees 10 per share. So 30 is pending, but entire 30 is not cancelled. Only 10 is cancelled. If 10 rupees is cancelled, then 100 minus 10, what would be the new face value? 90 rupees. If 10 rupees is only cancelled from 100 rupees of old face value, then 100 minus 10, what would be the new face value? 90 rupees. See, it's given. Thus, making the shares of 90 each means now new face value will become 90, 70 paid. Paid up value in both the cases will remain 70, but face value from 100 goes down to 90. So only 10 rupees is cancelled out of 30 rupees of final call. Like in previous two questions, entire 2 rupees of final call was cancelled. Entire 50 of final call was cancelled. Here entire 30 of final call is not cancelled. Only 10 rupees of final call is cancelled. Anyway, old face value 100 is what we have to debit. New face value 90 is what we have to credit. But amount in both the accounts will come paid up amount, that is 70 rupees. Okay, that is 40,000 into 70. Sorry, 4 lakhs divided into equity shares of 100 each means 4 lakhs divided by 100, there would be 4,000 equity shares. This is rupees. So 4 lakhs divided by 100, there would be 4,000 equity shares. So amount in both the accounts will come paid up amount. 4,000 into 70, 2,80,000. But we will debit 100 rupees of old face value. We will credit 90 rupees of new face value. Amount in both the accounts will come paid up amount. 4,000 into 70, 2,80,000. Earlier also paid up was 2,80,000. Now also paid up is 280. But earlier they were 100 each, 70 paid up. Now they'll become 90 each, 70 paid up. So all of you write down question 11's journal entry. Again, only one entry will come. Write down equity share capital with old face value rupees 100 account debit, but amount will come paid up amount 4,000 shares into rupees 70, 2,80,000. Same way, to equity share capital with new face value, that is 90 rupees, since 10 rupees is only cancelled, but amount will remain same, 2,80,000, being rupees 10 of final call cancelled. Not entire 30 is cancelled, only rupees 10 out of the final call is cancelled. Total also 2,80,000. I hope everyone is clear with this question. So this 4 questions, 5 questions, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 covers 2 aspects what we discussed in the last lecture, that is refund of share capital, and cancellation of uncalled capital. Now we take up with writing of the capital lost. So look at question number 12, everyone, be attentive. XYZ Limited has 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each fully paid up. The company has huge accumulated losses. We discussed it in the last lecture. When do we have this third situation, writing of capital loss? Unfavorable situation, when there are huge accumulated losses. Up till now what we did, refund and cancellation, is in favorable situation when there is over capitalization. So here it is clearly given company has huge accumulated losses. So we have to go on with that third alternative, writing of the capital lost. Hence it is resolved to reorganize, means reconstruct the company. For this purpose, the shares are reduced, underline the word 2 rupees 3 per share. Old face value is 10 and reduced 2 rupees 3 per share means they are sacrificing 7 rupees. Reduced 2 rupees 3 per share means what they are sacrificing is 7 rupees. Now past journal entries, if face value is changed. Past journal entries, if the face value is changed. Now if the face value is changed, we discussed new face value is already 3 rupees. And what they are going to sacrifice is 7 rupees. Okay, from 10 they will sacrifice 7, and new face value, if it was given reduced by rupees 3, then new face value would be 7. But here the language, all of you are English medium students, so you should not face much problem. When they say reduced 2 rupees 3 per share means from 10 now it will become 3, they are sacrificing 7. Had it been given reduced by by rupees 3, from 10 you reduce by 3 means new face value would become 7, they sacrifice 3. But reduced 2 rupees 3 means new face value is 3 and they are sacrificing rupees 7. Second option, if the face value has unchanged, means from fully paid up they will become partly paid up. Face value will remain 10 only, but they will become 3 paid up, and 7 rupees company can call from them again in future. So I told you earlier that this situation they actually sacrifice double amount. Right now you decrease them by 7 and again you can call 7 from them. So 14 is what they would actually sacrifice in second situation in long term period of time. So all of you can see here, for the first situation face value is changed means old face value we will debit, new face value we will credit, and sacrifice of 7 rupees will transfer to capital reduction. So all of you can pause the video and make this format for question 12. 2 journal entries will come, so around half a page format you can make for the same. Do it fast. Okay, I hope everyone is done with the formats. Now be attentive. First one, if the face value is changed, then equity share capital with old face value, that is rupees 10 account, we will debit, and amount will be 1 lakh into 10, that is 10 lakhs. Old face value, so 1 lakh into 10, that is 10 lakhs. Now 2 equity share capital with new face value, that is 3 rupees. So in bracket rupees 3 account, and amount will be 1 lakh into 3 lakhs. And what they are sacrificing 7 rupees will go to capital reduction. So to capital reduction account, what they are sacrificing is 1 lakh into 7 rupees means 7 lakhs. So 7 lakhs will go to capital reduction. Being 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each reduced 2 rupees, 3 each by changing the face value. I hope everyone is clear with this. Now, second option, the face value has remained unchanged. So I told you in the last lecture that they become partly paid up. If the face value does not change without changing the face value, then from fully paid up, they become partly paid up. Entry will be simply share capital to capital reduction. Whatever amount they sacrifice, just transfer it to capital reduction. From fully paid up, they will become partly paid up. So simply equity share capital account debit to capital reduction account. Equity share capital account debit to capital reduction account with the amount they have sacrificed. 7 rupees they have sacrificed. So 1 lakh into 7 directly 7 lakhs. Okay, here face value will remain same 10 rupees, but in balance sheet, in the first option, face value changes, so we'll write 1 lakh equity shares of 3 each fully paid up. Second, face value remains same, so in balance sheet we would write 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each, 3 paid up. Okay, 3 lakhs will come in balance sheet, but here 3 each fully paid up, here 10 each, 3 paid up. So being 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each reduced to rupees 3 each, but without changing face value. Now total is not to be done because they are alternative situations. Either the company will change the face value or they will not change the face value. Now last question, 13 for today, everyone look at it. All of you can make a big format for question 13. First make the format so that we can pass the entries simultaneously in that. 1 page format, 4 options are there. Pause the video and make 1 page format. Okay, look at it. Pass the journal entries in the following cases under the scheme of internal reconstruction. First, creditors of 10,000 rupees are finally settled. Settled means full and final settled. We have paid them final amount of cash payment of 8,000. Against 10,000 we have paid 8,000, means can we say they sacrificed 2,000 rupees? Now since they sacrificed 2,000 rupees, 2,000 will be transferred to capital reduction. Okay, if you remember, I told you that in this situation, when debenture holders and creditors sacrifice, whosoever sacrifices, the amount will be transferred to capital reduction. And I told you this is just a concept. The questions entries will differ from question to question. You have to read the language and understand what is to be done. Every question the entries will differ. If you remember, I told you this in the last lecture. So here the entry will differ. 2,000 they will sacrifice, definitely will transfer to capital reduction, but 8,000 we are paying also with them. So cash goes out, credit what goes out to cash. So all of you write down A entry for this. Creditors are the receiver, debit the receiver, creditors account debit, or you can say creditors have credit balance, to close it we reverse and debit it with full amount of 10,000. They are to be closed with full amount of 10,000 and we are paying them 8,000 rupees. So cash goes out, credit what goes out to cash account 8,000 and they are sacrificing 2,000 rupees that will be transferred to capital reduction. Okay, they are sacrificing 2,000 rupees that will be transferred to capital reduction. So to capital reduction account 2,000. Being creditors settled. Being creditors settled. Now look at question B. Creditors are of rupees 50,000. 75% of their claim settled by cash payment of 30% and sacrifice of 70%. Right now, you all need to keep in mind that only 75% of the claim is settled, means remaining 25% we still have to pay in future. Understand it exactly. How does it work? Creditors are 50,000. You all can make this workings also in your notebook later on. Understand it first. Creditors are of 50,000. 75% of claim is settled. So 50,000, 75% is 37,500. Remaining 25% is not settled. This 37,500 is settled. And remaining 25%, that is 12,500, is not settled. So that will continue to appear in balance sheet on liabilities side. In trade payables, creditors, so trade payables. Okay, so creditors 12,500 will appear in balance sheet. We don't have to pass any entry for that. So creditors 12,500 will appear in balance sheet. We don't have to pass any entry for that. We have to pass the entry only for 37,500. Now how is this 37,500 settled? By cash payment of 30% and sacrifice of 70%. Cash payment of 30%, so out of 37,500, further 30% is paid in cash. So 37,500 into 30%, everyone do it in calculator. You must get 37,500 into 30% as 11,250. So 11,250 is what we have paid in cash, and remaining 70% they have sacrificed. So remaining 70% of 37,500 will be equal to 26,250. That they have sacrificed means it will be transferred to capital reduction. Journal entry will be passed only for 37,500, which is settled. Okay, journal entry will be passed only for 37,500, which is settled. No entry will be passed for 12,500 because that is still our liability. It will continue to appear in balance sheet on liability side. So this is an important one. Understand it properly what journal entry will come. You all can note down these workings. Pause the video and note down these workings. Okay, I hope everyone has done the workings. Now, second entry, what will it come? Understand it, everyone. B. First of all, creditors account debit. Now, as I said, creditors we have to close and debit with only the amount which is settled. So 50,000's 75%. We have to close the creditors only with 37,500. Remaining 12,500 will continue to appear in the balance sheet on liabilities side. Okay, remaining 12,500 will continue to appear in the balance sheet on liabilities side. So right now creditors will be closed only with this 37,500, 75% amount which is settled. Now how is this settled? So cash goes out, credit what goes out to cash or bank account with 30%. 37,500's 30% is what is paid in cash. So that will come to 11,250, and remaining they have sacrificed, that will be transferred to capital reduction account. So whatever amount they sacrifice to capital reduction account with remaining 70%. So 37,500 into 70%, that is 26,250. Okay, narration being creditors settled. Now, third one, option C, the addendum. 215% debentures of rupees 100 each are settled at 90%. Okay, they are settled at 90% by issue at par of equity shares of rupees 100 each, and the balance is settled in cash. Now the balance is settled in cash means the balance 10%. Here full settlement is done. Here it is not given that 75% of claim is settled, 90% of claim is settled. No. 200 into 100, 20,000 is the value of debentures. Out of that, 90%, that is 18,000. I repeat, 200 into 100, 20,000 is the value of debentures. 20,000's 90%, 18,000 we have settled by giving equity shares, and remaining 10%, 20,000's 10%, 2,000 we have settled by payment in cash. Basically, they don't sacrifice anything. 90% amount we have paid in the form of equity shares, balance 10% amount we have paid in the form of cash. They don't sacrifice anything, so nothing to be transferred to capital reduction. Here the entry will be 15% debentures account debit. They are fully settled. So 200 into 100. 200 debentures into 100 face value. Debentures account we will close and debit with full amount of 20,000. 2. Equity share capital account. To equity share capital account. Now 90% of the amount, as you all can see here and I discussed with you, 90% of the amount is settled in the form of equity shares. Okay, so 20,000's 90%. 18,000 is settled in the form of equity shares. So to equity share capital account 18,000. Okay, and how many equity shares will be given? 100 rupees. So 18,000 divided by 100, just for our balance sheet purpose, which we have to make later on. 18,000 divided by 100. 1800 equity shares will be issued. 180 equity shares will be issued to settle this amount of 18,000. And to cash or bank account, remaining 10% amount is settled by payment in cash. So to cash or bank account, 20,000's 10%, that is 2,000. So no amount is being sacrificed by them, that goes to capital reduction. 90% is paid in the form of equity shares, that to 18,000 divided by 100, 180 equity shares would be issued for the same, and remaining 10% is settled in the form of cash, being debentures settled. Being debentures settled. Now, last option D, 8%, 60,000 preference shares of rupees 100 each are converted into rupees 48,000 preference shares of rupees 80 each. Now, rupees 60,000 are converted into 48,000 means they are sacrificing 12,000. They are sacrificing 12,000. I repeat, rupees 60,000 preference shares are converted into rupees 48,000 preference shares means they are sacrificing 12,000 rupees that will go to capital reduction. Now 60,000 divided by 100, there are 6,000 preference shares. 48,000 divided by 80, also there are 6,000 preference shares. So basically what are they doing? 100 rupees face value they are reducing to 80. What is the old face value? 100. What is the new face value? 80. So here the shareholders, as we studied in the last lecture, here the shareholders are sacrificing by changing the face value. So if shareholders reduce the capital by changing the face value, what is the entry? Share capital with old face value debit, new face value credit, and what they sacrifice goes to capital reduction. That is what we have to do here. Old face value 100 we have to debit, new face value 80 we have to credit, and remaining amount 20 rupees, 6,000 into 20. Okay, 60,000 divided by 100, not 6,000, sorry, 600. So 600 into 20. Here also 48,000 divided by 80 is 600. So 600 into 20, 12,000 is the difference amount what they are sacrificing. That will go to capital reduction. So all of you write down the D entry as we discussed. Preference share capital with old face value, that is 100 rupees account debit. So 8%, 8% preference share capital with old face value rupees 100 account debit, an amount 60,000, that is 600 into 100. 2. 8% preference share capital with new face value, that is rupees 80 account, and as the amount is already given 48,000, that is basically 600 into 80. Okay, 600 into 80. And what they sacrifice will go to capital reduction account. So to capital reduction account with 12,000, difference amount what they sacrifice, or 100 to 80 means 20 rupees. 600 into 20 rupees is what they sacrifice. So 12,000 will go to capital reduction. Being 600 preference shares of rupees 100 each reduced to rupees 80 each. Totaling is not to be done as there are 4 different situations. They are not in the books of same company. They are just 4 different situations given to us. So basically this is how we have to pass the entries of capital reduction. All of you revise the concepts properly and practice it again thoroughly. Long questions based on this we will start from the next lecture. All the basic concepts of capital reduction, all the 3 types what I explained in the last lecture are covered in this lecture. Now long questions which will come for 15 marks in your exams, we will start from the next lecture. Bye everyone, take care, see you in the next lecture. Bye bye.